Welcome to HIIT Barre. We've got 55 minutes of HIIT Barre. We're gonna get a little wild and intense today. My name is Jasmine. I'm so excited that you guys are here. On my right, you will see my friend Bailey in the purple. She is looking so fantastic, and she's gonna give you some easier modifications throughout class. So if you're ever feeling like you need to take it down a notch, just go over and glance to her. And then on my left, you'll see Morgan in the pink. She's ready to go to show you some harder modifications if at any point you feel like you need to amp it up a little bit, because sometimes we do and sometimes we don't, right? All right, and with that, let's root ourselves down through our feet, roll your shoulders down your back, give yourself a nice easy gaze, or just close down your eyes, whatever you prefer, and bring your hands close into heart center. You can place them at prayer or not. Lots of options today. And just start to breathe in through your nose and out through your nose. Bring all your inhales and your exhales to your nose. And just noticing if you're carrying any tension in your face, your neck, your shoulders, anywhere really. And seeing if on your exhales you can release that away. Giving yourself an opportunity to set an additional intention or a focus for your practice today. And then just let yourself go, let your eyes flutter open, let your hands fall down to your sides, and take a big old breath in through the nose. And then on your exhale, bend over to the right, keep your arms up overhead. Yeah, inhale through center. Exhale, bend to the left. One more time, each side, inhale. Exhale, bend right. Inhale through center. Exhale, just bend over to the left, really opening up the side body. Inhale. And then exhale, bring your hands down into heart center. Sweeping your arms nice and high. Inhale to sit. Exhale, drop the arms, stand it up. Inhale as you sit down. And exhale, press to stand. Continuing like that to just warm up the body. Each time we sit back, our tailbone is gonna reach straight back behind us. Each time you stand, your glutes are gonna squeeze and you press your heels into the ground. Yeah, inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale, two more. Inhale. Last time, hold it down there, take it to a 1 to 2 inch pulse. And you can keep your arms reaching forward or do something different with them. I really don't care. Just make sure that your whole foot is pressing down into the ground so you can feel your big toe mounds, you can feel your heels, the inside and outside edges of your feet pressing down. Woo-hoo, yes. For 3 and 2, beautiful, forward fold. Go ahead and press your hands into the ground, step it back to your plank pose. Holding onto your plank pose, taking a mountain climber, drawing your knees in and in and in. You can also just tap your toes in, or you can start to run it out at any point, all right? So we have lots of options. We have a plank hold and we have running. So anytime in there, continuing to breathe and just continuing to move at whatever pace you're choosing for yourself. Maybe 4 seconds. 2 and 1. Take yourself through a vinyasa flow, whatever that may look like for you right now. Shoulders are down away from the ears as you rise up, and then we'll meet in downward facing dog. Really nice, rolling it forward to our plank pose, and then rolling it up and back. Ooh, rolling it forward, and then inhale, rolling it up and back. Twice more, rolling it forward to your plank, and then rolling it up and back. And from here, walk your feet and your hands together, rising up to stand. Really nice. Once we're here, go ahead and grab your weights, whatever it is that you're going to use today. I've got 2 pounds. My friend Morgan over here has 3 pounds, or she doesn't. And Bailey is just gonna use the weight of her arms because that can sometimes just be plenty. Hips width distance your feet, starting with our rows. So you roll your elbows straight back and then drop the weights down. Exhale as you pull your elbows back. Inhale as you release the weights down in front of your thighs. Maybe she's even gonna step it up at some point today. We'll see what happens and use all the weights that she's got over there to make 5 pounds. You never know. You never know what might happen. She might just feel really excited and pick up all of that weight. But you can absolutely use nothing and still feel the effects of this if you're really squeezing your traps together on your back. Wrapping around. Wrapping around the spine. Bailey's got it. Few more here. Beautiful. Last one, hold it up and back. Shift your weight weights forward and then open them up to a cactus. Rotate down and rotate. So really be very conscious of where your elbows and shoulders are in space here, and especially depending on how heavy your weight is in your hand, be very conscious to not let your wrist fall below your elbow, to over-rotate. It's not gonna be fun for you. Just don't do it, all right? Keep the abs really tight, keep the knees nice and soft, and you're pressing energy down through your feet the whole time, and we're breathing, and we're partying, and you can move around in your lower body if you feel that that would feel really nice, all right? Yeah. 2 more. We're just gonna add a press here. So we press forward, and then press up. When you rotate, press it up. Okay, yeah, rotate, press forward, pull it back, lift up, press up. And if any of those becomes too much, you can always just drop down to a lighter weight, no weights, or you can get rid of the press. Totally fine. Anyway, build your own workout, right? I don't know who she's talking to. Positive self-talk. She's talking to herself. Sometimes that's what you need. You just need to bolster your self-esteem, bolster yourself by saying, you can do it. Even if you're the only one in the room, you can do it. Come on. Oh yeah. Only about 10 seconds, so it's probably about 1 round here. And we are complete. Bring your weights down and step it back to a plank pose. Hugging your abs in nice and tightly here. We start with our plank jack. We jack it out. Now, if we are up on our hands here, make sure you have soft elbows. You can also do plank jacks from your forearms. Totally fine. Yeah. You're here for a 10. Ooh, make sure we're breathing in through the nose and out through the nose. You have 3 and 2 and 1. Go ahead, lower down to your knees wherever you are. And pick up your weights. Again, coming to your knees, standing up on your shins for some bicep curls. So your hips come down, tap the back of your heels. Your elbows squeeze in nice and tight on the side of your body. Ooh, that was my ankle. That was a nice little ankle pop. Just reminding me of my, age and wisdom, if you will. You're like, you're going a little too crazy there, lady. You might want to take it down a notch. All good. And I would just go over and hang out with my friend Bailey over there and just drop the weight, maybe get rid of these legs. As you come up, I really want you to squeeze with your glutes, so like press your hips forward there. As my old lady crawl, just swing myself back up there. A few more right here. Really feeling that squeeze on our biceps, squeezing the weights up towards your shoulders, and really connecting to your breath, okay, you guys? And taking whatever tempo works for you, right? You can always slow it down, you can always make it a little smaller, or you can get crazy. Last 2, and last 1. Slowly rise up to your feet. Keep your weights in your hands. We're gonna take an alternating step back lunge, sending our weights forward. So we reach it forward as we step back. Big steps back. Trusting yourself on that step back to reach back, drop your back knee, and going to a 90-degree bend in both knees, keeping your shoulders over top of your hips at all times, and just serving the weights forward, right? Oh yeah, see, now we have our 5 pounds. Going for the 5 pounds. And then the shoulders, yes. Your biceps are gonna be a much bigger muscle, so if you were gonna step it up, biceps is the place to do it, definitely. Ooh, 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 ooh. Right? Yes, you are. 2 more. And last 1, you can keep your weights or not, press it up. Jumping jacks, finish it strong. Let's go. So, or you can get rid of your weights and just slice those arms up. Keep it going, keep it going, keep it going. You've got 10. Breathe through the nose, close down your eyes maybe, as long as you trust yourself to not step on anything that's around you. And just continue to go. This is only the 3rd song, you guys. So we still got quite a bit to go. Trust me, I've got you, okay? Woo! 2 and 1, beautiful. All right, give yourself a so far. We've made it this far together, right? Yes, definitely. Okay, pick up your weights again. If you had put them down, because I guess I'm the only one that put them down, so for myself, pick them up. All right, open up our legs wider than your mat. Ooh, don't fall backwards. Externally rotate and have a seat. Draw your weights up overhead. Room you really wide and open here. Yeah, holding it down in our squat. We tricep extend up overhead. So you want to exhale as you extend your weights. Inhale as you drop your weights. Taking it at the tempo that works for you. Really allowing yourself to drop nice and low down into your legs. Trust yourself, your legs are going to pull deep. They may not feel very strong. They might start to burn quite a bit, right? But we can drop low. You can trust yourself to get down. Squeeze from behind and really work to externally rotate from your hip joint, all right? Almost there. Lifting and lowering. Lifting and lowering for 2. Yes, hold halfway, pulsing your arms, and maybe you add a pulse in your legs. I don't know. I don't know your life. But wherever you're feeling this, just really try and embrace that fire, that whatever is building, whatever you want to call it, really. I'm going to call it fire. You can call it greed. You could call it love. You could call it passion. You could call it kink. You could call it cats. I don't care what you call it, but just embrace it and let it build for 15 seconds, okay? That's it. That's all I'm asking. Ooh, cats are burning. Whew. 2. Now, here we go. Taking the full squat, pulling your arms all the way down and then lifting them back up. Yes. Uh-huh. Squeeze. Yes, we're going right back down to that nice externally rotated squat. And then full squeeze, full pull down of the arms. You're continuing to keep a 90-degree bend in your arm. It comes all the way up behind you, and then you squeeze, pull it down. Lots of fire in the back of your arm here. All right? What am I doing? I didn't even know what the exercise was anymore. Oh boy. That's when you know it's time for a nap. Right? That's when we know it's time for a nap. You don't know what you're doing anymore. Last one right here. Beautiful. Okay, now for real, you can put down your weights, and we don't need them anymore. Just move them off to the side, all right? How are we feeling? How are we feeling? Fantastic. How are we feeling? I'm just gonna assume that that's a thumbs up, and let's go. Step your right foot forward, step your left foot back, drop down, okay. And then start to lift your front heel up. Again, tempo, pace, whatever you want. Set it for yourself. Square your hips. Shoulders are up. Right on top of your hips, okay? Hands can be on your hips. They can be out in front, overhead. And again, like you can like do some like dance moves here, whatever it is that you like, whatever you're feeling, right? 3, 2, go ahead, lower your front heel, bring your left knee up, step back to your lunge, step up and back. Draw it in, draw it back. Squeeze your abs to lift your thigh, up and down, up and down, yes. And then you can stay right here with this move, or you add your jump right there. Jump it up, so fun. And if you want to add some weight to your body, just pick up some weights, totally fine, right? So it's that single jump. You can also just rise up to the ball of your foot and just take that calf raise again. Jumping is not gonna work for you today, right? A few more on this side. Yeah. So much fun, it's like we're on the playground, right? Skipping, yes, that's exactly what we're doing. It's a skip. Single leg skip, we got 2 more. And 1, go ahead, shake out your legs, real fast, and then step your left foot forward, step your right foot back. Find that lunge, and lift, and lift. So right away, trying to not take a whole bunch of time between switching legs, switching moves, right? Trying to keep yourself accountable here. Okay, so even if we're not going super deep, Even if we're just taking the easier route today to say that we showed up, even though maybe we didn't want to, right? We're still continuing to push forward. We're not allowing ourselves to stop at any point, right? Making sure that back knee is hovering right above the ground. Yes! I do what I can. I do what I can here. 2 and 1. Go ahead, lower your heel, drive it up and back, up. So I'm just holding my hands right in front of my chest and using that as a guide for my thigh to lift up and tap. But you can you could take some movement here if that feels good to you. You could take your arms up and over. Yeah, turn that into a proper knee driver. However it is that you're feeling. And then if you want to go for it, we would start to jump right here. Up. That's fine. That's fine. Just making sure, even if you're jumping, even if you're taking this at a faster tempo, that when you step back, you're continuing to drop back into your back knee, all right? So we're not just tapping back there. We want to keep this moving leg very active as we step back into our lunge. Beautiful. Yes. 15 seconds. You can do anything for 15 seconds, right? It's like, that's how long it takes you probably to walk from your kitchen to your couch and back again. Depends on where you live, how small or large your home is. I don't know your life. I'm gonna assume that it's about 3 more seconds, and a 2, and a 1. Beautiful. Go ahead, put your weights down for real. You can for real put your weights down now, because we are coming down to the mat. So we can start in all 4s. If you need to go to your forearms at any point, feel free to do so. Extend your right leg back behind you. Squeeze your heel in towards your glute really tight. Drop the knee down, lift up. Drop down, lift up. So we're doing square hips right now to start. This is the only move we'll have square hips for. So as soon as we're done with this, we will externally rotate our leg so we can work on the outside of the glute, okay? Keep your abs really engaged here and just notice how you're feeling. A lot of times for me, this is the point in class where because I'm folded forward like this, all of your sweat starts to gather in your hair and it just starts to drip down your face. So, this is the really attractive part of class when you feel really, really in it, really sweaty, like, oh, I've been working here, right? Yes, hold your leg up, externally rotate it. We kick up and back, up and back. So you want to think that you're kicking high and then straight back, all right? So those would be the levels to start at. You could obviously do mid and low, so you just want to think high kick, lower kick, higher kick, lower kick, higher kick, lower kick, higher kick, lower kick. Trying to keep your shoulders and your hips. Higher kick, lower kick, stacking right on top of each other. All right? Now hold your leg at the higher point. Little kick, little kick, little kick, little kick. Just kick it out, kick it out, kick it out, kick it out for 10, 8, yes! 4, 3, 2, beautiful. Bring it on down and send your left leg up behind you. Squeeze the heel towards the glute and then start to move your leg up and down, up and down. Try and do it with some conviction, right? Engage the booty and just really use your butt primarily to squeeze, and that's what lifts your leg. So you're not willing your leg to move from your hip joint, you're squeezing your muscle, which then moves your leg, yes, because you have a beautiful working hip joint. It's not coming from your hip joint. I don't ever want you to think that you're moving from a joint. I want you to move from your muscle. Yes. And we're relaxing, we're breathing here. Relaxing the upper body. You have 2 more. Lift and hold, externally rotate, and then kick high, kick low, kick high, kick low, kick high, kick low. Yeah. And if at any point, I know that Bailey on the other side, she dropped down to 1 forearm, which is super helpful if you're having a hard time with this external rotation of your hip, because sometimes opening up the hips causes you to want to open your shoulders. So if it's really difficult for you to keep everything square here, then absolutely take that option. Because basically what it's doing is it's fully supporting this angle choice you've made with your shoulders without twisting yourself in your torso and making everything uncomfortable, and then you have to go to the chiropractor because you do your workouts like this. Nobody wants that for you. I don't want that for you. That's not what I wish for you. High and low. Last two. Yep. And one. Now hold it high, high, high. Little kick, little kick, little kick, little kick. Push it out, push it out, push it out. Really squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. How high can you get your toe? How high can you get your toe for 8, 4, 3, 2. Okay. Yeah? Yeah? Are we good with that? Good. Yes, we are, because it's time to come up to our feet. So come on back up to our feet. And let's just start taking it for a run. Oh yeah. So we're just gonna kind of jog here for a little bit. If you're feeling so inclined that jogging is just, you know, it's not so exciting. Sometimes you get a little warm, you gotta take off your clothes. It's fine. Nobody's judging here. Maybe you start to run to the back of your mat, and then run to the front of your mat, and then run to the back of your mat. Yeah. And it's not necessarily 4 up, 4 back. It's just however many it takes you to get to the top, and then however many it takes you to travel back, right? Trying to continue the hamstring engagement by squeezing our heel up to our butt and really taking the option to squeeze and kick, squeeze and kick. Now you can stay with those butt kick runs if you like, or you can change this into a high knee run. High knee, high knee, high knee, high knee. Yeah. I know you're having so much fun with these high knee runs. Maybe you are running around your mat. Maybe you're running in circles. Maybe you're running all around the room. Maybe this is turning into a playground experience for yourself. I don't know. Anything that might be going on, right? Because sometimes just staying right here becomes like super boring. You're like, okay, I really just can't do this anymore, and this girl is crazy for making me continue to run like this. So move around, run into your kitchen, run into your laundry room. Maybe you run into your roommate's bedroom where they're still sleeping because it's 6 o'clock in the morning and you've decided to press play on this video, and you're like, hello, I woke up, so it's now time for you to wake up too, right? Now, wherever you are, bring it back to your mat so you've got a little cushion underneath yourself, and take it to a jack. We're gonna open and close our arms like a cactus. Yeah, so this should feel a little bit nicer for you because we're not putting all the weight on one leg or the other anymore. Yeah, yes. It does feel good, right? And maybe we're still having our weights in our arms. If you are doing anything with weights, make sure that you're really engaging your upper body, engaging your shoulders, engaging your back, and engaging your abs, regardless of if you have weights or not, so that we're not relying on just one muscle group here, okay? Make sure that we're breathing here. Yep. Jacking it out. You guys got this. 10 seconds here. Yeah. You can do anything for 5 more seconds. 3, 2, and 1. Beautiful. Shake out your arms. Just shake it out. It's like it didn't even happen. I know that I didn't do a lot of it, so it's like it didn't even happen. Right? Yeah, that's exactly how it works. Woo! Moving right along. Step your left foot back. Now we're gonna spin our left heel open. So if you are super experienced yogi, we're coming into legs that would be reminiscent of a warrior 2. Bring your arms, interlacing them behind your head. Your right elbow comes down to tap your right thigh. And then you lift up. Oh yeah. So, if I give you a little bit of an angle here, you wanna press down through both feet. Your front knee is stacked right on top of your front ankle, and you're just pulling down, pulling up. So you pull down with your oblique, and then you pull up with your opposite oblique. Your glutes are really engaged because you're pressing down into the floor. All right? Pull it down. Yeah. And just gently interlacing your fingers. So you're not gripping onto the sides of your head as if your head might fall off. We're just resting there. So your hands could always come like down to your chest if this is a little bit too much for you. Just a few more here. And then we will change this up for you. Because trust me, your obliques are gonna be on fire later. I promise, after all of this. Last one. Now keep your hands where they are. Just spin your hips closed, come to what you would call a high lunge. Your back leg stays straight. Now we take our left elbow, tap it down to our right knee. Now this is challenging, okay? Because after I start doing it and when I start to talk, I'm probably gonna fall over. This is hard. So if you just did one and you're like, whoa, I just fell over, this is way too much for me, you're not alone. This is difficult. Squeeze your inner thighs, squeeze your glutes, squeeze your abs. Everything comes into your center line. And press down as hard as you can into both of your feet. It's not easy. This one is really not easy. I know, you guys. 2 more. That's why we're not doing as many as the other one. Last one. Beautiful. Go ahead and switch your feet. Right foot back. Spin it open. Come to that warrior 2. Back to interlace. We come down and up. So, back to the discussion of our feet, right? Really press down through your whole foot, all 4 points of your feet. So if your foot was a rectangle, which it is, you push down underneath your toe mounds, inner edge, outer edge, and your heel. You can probably release your toes. Don't hold on to the mat with your toes. That's what's gonna cause shin splits. Nobody wants shin splits. They are not fun. I ran track in high school. Hated it. Still hate running. Sometimes I do it, and it's torture, and I hate it. Yeah, let's go for 5. Stay with us 4. If you can. Inhale, exhale, last one. Beautiful. Spin it to the top. Here we go. Pull it down and up. And notice this side, you might be like, ooh, I got this. Or this is your side where you fall over every time somebody tells you to stand on your left leg. It's like, right? So if this is your bad side or your good side, just embrace it. Go with it. Whatever side is your bad side, all sides are good in my mind, in Bailey's mind, in Morgan's mind. But if you are thinking that, ooh, this is my less strong side, just embrace it, and maybe you make the movement a little smaller. Or maybe you make the movement a little slower so you have time to think about it. Only one more. Beautiful. Go ahead, reach your arms nice and high. Forward fold, plant your hands, step back to a plank pose. Either take a vinyasa flow or just come to downward facing dog, whatever you prefer. Nice. Breathing in our downward facing dog. And then coming on up, inhale, your right leg lifts high behind you. On your exhale, step your right foot forward. Low lunge. Planting your left hand, take your right fingertips up, take a twist. Really reaching your right shoulder down away from your right ear. Yes, with the breath. And then spiraling your right fingertips down, we're gonna spin your left heel down, come all the way up, warrior 2, land on your exhale. So we were just here. So you already know the alignment, you know what it feels like. We were just here. Coming down to our supported or full side angle, so you can drop your hand all the way down in the inside, or you can bring your forearm to your thigh. And then your left fingertips can either reach straight up, or you can bring them forward, overhead. On an inhale, come on up, reverse your warrior, keep your right leg bent. And then exhale, windmill all the way down, framing your foot, stepping your foot back, and taking yourself through your flow. And again, you can always skip your flow entirely and just go to down dog. Ooh, or you can take that full flow. Inhale, sweep your left leg high. Exhale, step your left foot forward. Low lunge, and then take it to the left, twist. Trying to really plug down through your left hip. So pull your left hip down, press back through your right heel. Press down through your right hand, peel your left shoulder open. Leading with your left fingertips to come all the way down and around. Bring it up, landing it on your exhale, warrior 2. Woo-hoo-hoo. Yes, maintaining our breath. How are we doing, ladies? Feeling good? Feeling fantastic. I hope you're feeling fantastic as well. Inhale, flip the palm, reach forward. Ooh, that's not the order we did it in on the other side, but that's okay. It's like you're really here. And now we'll just windmill it down into our side angle. Side angle is always a great position, like Bailey is demonstrating right now, to utilize a yoga block if you have it. You can also use a ball. You can also use a small immobile animal that's just laying there on your mat with you. That's what my dogs do. All right, inhale it up to your warrior two. I know this is different, that's okay. And then windmill all the way down, step it back. And then you have the choice again of a flow or just coming to downward facing dog. Totally your choice, whatever you need this to be. Beautiful. Yeah, nice. Now, it's everyone's absolutely favorite part of HIIT barre class. If this is your first time, you're welcome. On an inhale, come to your plank pose. Shine the heart forward, plug the shoulders down your back. Step your right foot as far forward as you can to get it either to the outside or right behind your right wrist, and then step it back to your plank. And then do the same thing with your left, oh yeah. And then step it back from here. Step or float your feet to the top of your mat. Oh yeah, hi. And then we take a big jump. Beautiful. Now, we'll march out our legs twisting. Now, you can either just march out your leg here, or you can extend your leg all the way and extend your arms. Oh yeah, high kick, hello. And then the other side. And then we bring it down. Jump or float the feet, or actually that doesn't make sense. Jump or step the feet, and then you're right here to start over. Step, step. Big jump forward, big jump at the top. And then we either march, or we do high kicks. And then we step or jump it back. And then you're right back to it. Now, the only change I will make for you is that those steps in our plank, you could jump, switch them. Here we go. So you could jump, jump, jump. And then take whatever it is you're doing, okay? So that is an option for you if you choose to take it. Totally fine by me. Any option we take. We've got our friend Bailey taking it nice and slow. We're taking this for the entirety of this sequence, the entirety of this 3-minute period. So you still have about a minute and a half to go. So whatever that means to you, if you need to take a mini break, you need to hold onto your plank, right? Maybe holding the plank isn't even an option for you. Maybe we hold it down in a squat. This is a great option, place to rest, right? Or you just keep going. Or you just keep going, right? And if you forget what comes next, you just make it up. Just keep your body moving. That's all I can ask, right? That's all I can ask, is that we just keep everything moving. Woo! We're taking one more round, so make it the best round, or just make it through. Whatever that means to you. Once we complete that full round, let's meet down at a plank and hold. Okay? Is everybody okay? Yeah. Is everyone still breathing? Is everyone still with us? Yes, 10 seconds to hold this plank. That's it. Yeah, 4 more seconds, come on. And 1, go ahead, drop your knees. Oh, it's so good, so good, so good, so good. Flip it around. Bring your feet to the top of your mat. And then squeeze together with your inner thighs. Laying back, finding our C curve. So you can start by holding onto the backs of your thighs to find this. Tilt your pelvis and start to roll down. Now, if you're wearing a high-waisted outfit, like all 3 of us are, and probably you are at home because it's what's going on, this is not going to be super easy to find based on your clothing, but you want to get to almost where the top of your pants would be. If you were wearing normal pants, where the normal waistband would be, that's kind of where you want to hit the sacrum, all right? So we're holding here, and then we're going to let go. Or you can hold on, but let's try and let go. And then from here, you squeeze everything together. Woo! Squeeze everything together. And then reach down and tap it down. Squeeze and tap it down. Squeeze and tap it down. Now you don't have to do the lower body, right? This is how Bailey is working here. You don't have to do that full thing. Squeeze and tap it down. Squeeze and tap it down. Beautiful. I'm gonna stay angled with you two ladies as well, right? Squeeze and tap it down. Squeeze. Just a few more here. Really squeeze with the low abs. Try and keep your sternum moving forward and don't let your shoulders come and, you know, hide your heart too much. Last one, lift up, hold. Hold in your boat pose. Hold, hold, hold. Maybe you straighten your legs. Oh, yes, she did. Hold, 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 hold. Oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah. Keep holding. You have 10 seconds. You can do anything for 10 seconds. People hear 10 seconds and they think it's an hour. It's down to 3 seconds. Last one, beautiful. Let your feet come down to the ground. She's a drama queen over here. Lay all the way down, you guys. And interlace your hands behind your head. Lift your right knee and we twist. We've already done this a couple of times in different standing positions, this cross body twist. So you know how it should feel. You might already be getting a little bit sore in your obliques. That's a good thing. That means you're working. Exhale as you twist. Now, if you wanted to make this a little bit more difficult for yourself, you could extend your legs down to the ground and then pull your leg all the way in and lay it down, right? Yes. Or you can not do the legs and just twist your upper body. Totally fine. Either way here, you guys. Oh yeah. Beautiful. A few more rounds, come on. Stay with it. And you can press down into the ground with that opposite foot to help even get deeper into your twists so you can really feel your midsection working here. Oh yeah, 15 seconds to go. Keep it going, keep it pulling. What can you do? How can you push yourself for these final 6? Last 2. Last one, beautiful. All right, you guys can just lay down at home. We're gonna flip ourselves around to face the back of our mat so that you guys are not staring at our booties, because that's not really fun. I mean, maybe it is, I don't know your life, right? We're just trying to make everybody comfortable here. So, lift your legs up straight to the sky. Excuse me, we're gonna take a reverse crunch. So, bent knees or straight knees, doesn't really matter. Hands can be down at your sides, reaching to the sky, or up overhead. Lots of options here. Lifting your hips up off of the ground. We lift. We lift. Oh, I have a really nice bruise on my leg there. That's lovely. That's lovely. Mystery bruises. That's what I like to call them. You don't know where they came from. They're just mystery bruises. So try and keep your legs squeezing together here. And this doesn't have to be a huge rock up off the floor, right? It just needs to be a little pelvic tilt. If you can get your hips crazy high, fantastic. But don't feel like you're not doing the exercise properly if your hips are not flying off of the floor, right? And if things start to pop here or there, just go with it, right? We really want to try and maintain that our spine stays attached to the floor for the entire exercise outside of the little moment where you tilt your pelvis and your hips come up off of the floor. And then your whole spine reattaches. So your lower back is not popping up off of the mat. It's staying suction cupped down because you're pulling down with your abs so tightly here. And we're breathing here for 4, for 3, beautiful, for 2. And go ahead, just give yourself a hug. Draw your knees to your chest. Hug your knees nice and tight into the body. Ooh, right? Yeah. Okay, we've got one more thing to do here, friends. One more thing. Go ahead and place your feet on the floor and then separate them to be about the width of your mat, all right? Dig in with your heels, and you're gonna externally rotate your toes about 45 degrees. Now, when you lift your hips off the floor, if you feel any twinge or pull in your inside of your knees, I want you to spin your toes back to the end of your mat, because that just means the external rotation doesn't work for your body, okay?
But if we're good, externally rotate and then really press nice and high up with our hips. And then we lift to the right and to the left. Right, left. You should feel like you're doing a little dance here. And again, this is why we turned around. Right? So we can see the body working and not be distracted by who knows what. Also,
meanwhile, this is not necessarily a family program. Trying to not offend people. So, digging in with our heels. You can, yes, we're gently rocking the hips side to side. So you're really pressing down through one heel and then pressing down through the other and then pressing down through the right and pressing down through the left, yes. And if you're Morgan, you've weighted your body with an extra 4 pounds, which is fantastic. 4 pounds will go a very, very, very long way if you allow it, right? Beautiful. Yeah, and if we're having a good time,
we're gonna start to circle out our hips. So now we take it all the way around, but we don't drop our hips. We're staying lifted. We're staying lifted. Staying lifted. And you're transferring that weight, yes, around in a circle. Around in a circle. Oh yeah. Let's go 2 more circles to the right, and then you're just going to reverse it and take it to the left. So once you've completed that circle to the right, start taking it around to the left. And again, if there's any pain in your knees, there's 2 options. You can spin your toes directly to the edge of your mat instead of doing the external rotation. You can also bring your feet hips width distance if there's any knee pain going on when you take this circle, okay? Yeah, and if we haven't yet, maybe we try bringing our arms up over our head, which basically gets rid of all of your upper body control. You have to just use your abs and your lower body. 2 more circles. Final circle right here. Oh yeah. Go ahead, lower your hips and heel toe your feet all the way together. So everything is touching. And then lift your heels up off of the floor and lift your hips up. So once your heels are up off the floor, that's gonna lengthen your hamstrings a little bit. Squeeze your heels and your ankles back together so you're not rolling your weight out to the pinky toes. And then just start to pulse it up. Little pulse, and we're really squeezing together with the inner thighs here. Feeling, again, that fire, rage, passion, anger, cats, pink, love, whatever it is that you want to call it. You're feeling that squeeze. And you're just taking this at the rate, at the pace, at the tempo that's gonna work for you right now. Yes, so we take 25 seconds of this pulse, and that is all you have left to do. So give all that you have left in these last now 15 seconds. Everything you have left. All the energy that's left for 6 seconds. They're excited that they're almost done in 1, and slowly lower the hips to the ground. Beautiful. And then from here, whatever movements or additional poses you may like to give yourself. So literally whatever that might look like. You could give yourself spinal twists. You could give yourself hamstring stretches, happy baby. If inversions are part of your practice, this would be a great place to put them in. And then as you become ready, you will slowly come to arrive in your resting pose of your choosing. Whatever that may look like for you today. Just truly allowing yourself to release and allow your mat to support you. starting to deepen your breath and allow movement to return to your body. Fingers, toes, wrists, and ankles first. And then as you start to make your movements a little bit bigger, we can start to work our way up into a seated position. However you would like to arrive there. And once you're there, just plug your sits bones down into the earth. Lift the crown of your head nice and high. Bring your hands back to heart center. And take a moment to return inwards to the intention you set for yourself. And then sending gratitude to yourself. Sending gratitude to those in your immediate space. And sending gratitude out to the universe. Thanking it for today. I thank you guys so much for joining me here for this HIIT barre class. Awesome work. Beautiful, beautiful job. Again, my name is Jasmine. You guys can search the app by name, class type, body, group, prop to find any additional classes you may want to take. I want to thank Bailey and Morgan for being here with me today, and thank you guys so much for pressing play. I'll see you guys next time.